Hey, what's going on everybody out there? I'm Jakejames Lugo and welcome to Gamers with Games. Now we gotta talk about some stuff, okay? We got problems right now that we need to address with Disney Studios themselves, or just Walt Disney, the guys that make all the classic films that we known and love have grown up with throughout the years. Pretty sure a lot of you out there are big fans of Mulan, myself included. Phenomenal film from back in the day, great animated film, tells a really interesting story about a young girl that rises to the occasion and helps save a nation. Now, if you didn't know, recently, Disney's gonna be rebooting Mulan, I guess you could say, and adapting it into a live action film. They're gonna get real live actors and they're gonna be doing a retelling of the story of Mulan. Currently, right now, the movie is called The Legend of Mulan, but this is not what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to discuss some of the big controversy that just broke out today after an open letter was put out there by someone who actually wrote up an open letter to Disney about the script that they read regarding this movie. Now, I'm going to be basing it off some of the stuff that I'm looking at here on my laptop. I'm going to have a link to in the description box to the actual article, the editorial, the open letter about Disney themselves. The biggest issue here, and reason why I'm about to put my proverbial foot up Disney's ass right now, is because they're trying to whitewash the movie a little bit. If you don't know what whitewashing is, it's when they pretty much get different actors or actresses that are of Caucasian descent to play the parts of other characters that aren't necessarily Caucasian. They could be Asian, Oriental, they could be African American or Black, they could be Latino, it doesn't matter what it is. But the reason why they're inputting or injecting Caucasian actors is to appeal to an American audience, or at least that's what some believe that's been done over the years, throughout Hollywood's history. It's a thing that, again, if you've ever seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But here's what's going down, okay? According to the open letter, this is what pissed off this person. Should piss you off too if you're a fan of Mulan or if you're of Oriental descent. A white merchant's business brings him to the heart of a legendary Asian conflict. He had winningly helped save the day while winning the heart of the Asian female. That right there, especially in the context if you're talking about the movie and the story of Mulan, should piss you off to no end. Because if you guys have ever seen the movie, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have if you're big Disney fans, you guys know that all the characters in there are of Asian descent. They're Oriental. They're pretty much Chinese. They're of that, at least of that time frame. Again, I think it's Mandarin or again, something like that along those lines. But they're of Oriental descent. There is no kind of like white merchant or white Caucasian person that comes from like the UK or any other part of Europe or the Americas that influences this story. This story is about an Oriental female who rises up, or at least, goes forward to fight in a war because I believe it's her father or like her uncle or grandfather can't fight because he's so old like that, takes his place and disguises herself as a man in order to help save China from the Huns. Now again, let's continue here, okay? Am I describing the plotline of the Netflix series Marco Polo? No, I'm describing the spec script that Disney brought for its live-action feature film, The Legend of Mulan, which is a projected release of 2018. Now this freaking sucks. Now it goes on much longer. Again, it's an open letter to Disney themselves from the person that wrote this, and they're understandably furious. If I was of Asian descent, if I was Oriental, like that, I would be upset because they're taking a story that's beloved by my own culture and kind of, again, changing it up for the worse because it's taken away the essence of what made that story so special and trying to make it in order to appease an audience here in America. Whether that's the masses or not, this is not how the story of Mulan should be told. To be perfectly honest with you guys, and I'm surprised nobody's talking about this, I've talked about it on Twitter a few times, but nobody else seems to be mentioning this, especially Disney now that they got this actor that's being part of Star Wars Rogue One, now that Disney owns Star Wars. Why isn't nobody talking to Donnie Yen? To be honest with you, Donnie Yen would be perfect for the part of SHANG. He'd be an awesome person that whatever female lead that you could get, they could have such an awesome chemistry on screen, and he would fit that part so well. Why is it that these types of stories, in order to appeal to a mass audience, again, it being Disney has a ridiculous audience worldwide, not just here in the Americas, why do they feel the need to inject this type of thing into the story of Mulan? Is it because they feel like maybe there's not a lot of people that are going to go see the film, which doesn't seem to be the case because people are visibly pissed off on social media? But I still digress. Why isn't people bringing up the fact that Disney should be talking to guys like Donnie Yen, Sammo Hung, Chow Yun-fat, or any one of these other Asian actors or actresses that are out there? Again, I'm mentioning more men than women like that, but you guys get the idea. Okay, I'm just throwing this off the top of my head. This doesn't need to be in a live action Mulan. This is like, imagine, okay, and let me put another scenario out there to you. Imagine if they decided to do a live action version of the Frog Princess, okay, and they decided to either inject another white actor or actress to replace the part of some of the actual characters that are in there, which are traditionally African American. It takes place in New Orleans and stuff. Imagine if they did something like that. How pissed off do you think everybody would be? This is the same type of case. Again, they're injecting some sort of random element into the story that has nothing to do with the true essence of the story itself, based on the original animated film, or in, again, the original story of Mulan herself. Again, I think that people should be visibly pissed off. They should be very vocal at Disney. Start tweeting at Disney, hitting them up on social media and be like, no, son, we don't want this. We don't want to see something like this. We want to see a good interpretation of the story of Mulan that, again, reinterprets or vitalizes the essence of the story itself. We don't need this type of stuff in here. And again, if you're Asian, if you're Oriental, and you see something like this, you should be pissed off yourself. I'm pissed off for you, B. And I just love Mulan as a story. I don't want to see it changed up like that just for the sake of just some trivial matter. But regardless, guys, I know that's kind of like a random off-the-cuff, vlog like that. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that SHANG should be played by Donnie Yen? Do you guys like this actual direction that, Disney's going with? If you hate it, put it in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys feel about this. Again, whether you're a Disney fan or not. I just feel like this is wrong. I feel like this is something that's not needed. This is something that Disney should not be doing. This shouldn't even be coming up in discussion like that. Well, why would they do something like this? It just seems a little bit random. Again, links in the description box below to the full open letter, and you can actually see pages of the script itself and why this person is so pissed off. Have your own type of judgment based on all the information that's projected to you. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the Gamers with Gains channel for all my videos related to stronger living, gaming, stuff like this, movies, films, my opinions about different stuff that I bring to you guys, and try to give you all some food for thought on the matter. Regardless though, guys, send this video to Disney. I'm curious to see if anybody would send this to Disney and actually get the actual seed in their head about Donnie Yen being in this movie, or at least sticking more with Asian actors in a big Hollywood blockbuster film. But either way, guys, that's all I got for you. I will talk to all of you again real soon. Peace out. Stay epic, everybody.